Okay, we're going to give you a slight update on what's going on here today, and we're going to see what Dave is up to. And Dave maybe is going to give us a handy tip like he always does, so let's check it out here. So as you can see, we've got Truckenstein. When you last seen it, we had the fenders on there. Dave was working on the fenders. We've pulled the fenders off now. And when he was doing the fenders before, he was doing the roughing of the body work. And now the fenders are off, and he did the final block and the final sand, and they're all primed up in the other room. And he's just fixing up a couple issues we had on the corners here where the fenders bolted up. So we're fixing that up. You can see we're so fussy, we're even getting in behind areas where the fenders kind of you really don't even see. But Dave likes to fix that kind of stuff up so it doesn't look too bad. Isn't that right, Dave?
Yep.
Okay. And then
somebody else takes it apart. That'll look good.
That's right. Now somebody had asked us a question here. I got his name here. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's oh God, I'm so sorry here. It's Yahaben 66 or Yoabin 66. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Anyway, if you're out there and you're watching, you had asked about when Dave was over here. We'll look at these fenders here. When Dave was working on the fenders, you had mentioned that he was using a DA sander on the fenders. And you had kind of mentioned like you're sticking with your block or something. Now what happened is, like I said, when we had the fenders on the vehicle, we put them on there, we do the roughing of the body work, and then Dave goes and knocks all the high edges off, and then of course he uses a sander. It's a lot quicker. Then you take them off the vehicle and he brings them in here and he blocks them by hand and he uses a sander. So why don't you come in here, Dave, for a second, and let's do your daily tip. Let's show the boys here about how you do these fenders. Let's go about this, because all the YouTubers want to know, and we got to teach them slowly.
We'll get the sanders.
Oh, he's got to get the sanders. Okay. Okay, there you are, Chevy 65, 265. Here's your Chevelle. We'll show you in a moment here after Dave's tip and what goes on. Because Euban 66 was asking.
Okay, now I gotta go find the hard pad.
Oh, okay. We're getting all screwed up here. Dave's going in and out. My voice. You weren't ready. Dave's never fucking ready.
I'm not like a Jack 20 rabbit. You ever ready job?
Now keep in mind, people, we can't let Dave stand here for too long without a mask. Because if he breathes in too much dust, he tends to piss his pants and forget who he is for half an hour.
So I'm not going to sand, I'm just going to show.
Okay.
Hard pad, soft pad.
Yes.
Much flexibility in the soft. Very rigid on the hard.
Okay.
Hard good for flat areas. Soft good for going inside rounds.
Yes.
And basically that's it in a nutshell.
Now he was questioning, I guess he said he was questioning about the DA sander. He said he'd stick with his block. But unfortunately, I don't know what he means by a block, because you can't really block rounded corners. Am I right here? Am I wrong?
Well, you could, but you're going to have them all choppy.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless you're going to spend forever with the curve of your hand and try and knock down the highs.
That's correct.
Whereas using the hard pad, when you got the mud on there, you just go lightly over it to knock down all your highs.
Correct.
Then when it's in primer, you go over it with the soft pad. Because everything should be nice when you're done with this.
And it comes out beautiful.
And the primer is just a vehicle to get the final last little bits of imperfections out. And the primer we use here is almost like a sprayable body filler. It goes on nice and thick and fairly smooth, and it dries fast because it's catalyzed.
Correct.
There you go, guys.
Okay, there you go, guys. Dave gave you his tip. And I'll show you a couple things here just in the drawers, little sneaky tips, which I'm sure all you guys know. We'll go back here. Now there's all sorts of block sanders we've got by hand. You've got your normal typical board sander there. A couple of them we got here. Now we've got all these different ones made by Durablock, which have all different edges. Dave was going to say something, but he disappeared. Have all different edges. You can get them in round ones. You can see that there. Now another thing that we do here too is, here you go, take an old magazine. Old magazines, you can roll them up, tape them up, wrap your sandpaper around it, that'll work. Here's another trick. Grab yourself some heater hose. Or that's a rad hose, this one, but grab yourself some hoses. There's another trick right there. What else we got going on here in our little school of tricks? Here we go. Look at this. Home Depot. Home Depot supplied us with some stir sticks. Well, you know what? On them fine little edges that you have to get into, wrap them up with sandpaper. There you go. Break them up, make them work. There you are. There's all sorts of, as you can see, you got all sorts of blocks in here. So there's all sorts of ways of doing things. Just wanted to show you that with you. And yes, my voice is still all fucked up because of Dave. But anyway. Oh God, there he goes telling me I started it. My voice is still screwed up. So anyway, back to Truckenstein. The fenders are now primered. The fenders are primered, they're done, they're over with. Dave is just doing a little bit of tidying up on the corners. As you can see, we mounted the doors back on it since you've seen it in the other video. We got the doors back on, we're making sure they fit well. That's why Dave is just tidying a few things up along here, making sure that fits well. We've got the hood over here sitting upright right now. What we're doing is we're getting ready. I'm going to paint all the edges because this truck's going white. So all the edges of the hood are going to be painted white. As you can see, the mask line here, we're going to paint all in here white. We're going to leave all the black firewall, so because the truck will be white itself, so we're going to get all that done, so next week we can bolt the front end on, and it's done, and it's over with in that way. And then all we got to do is pull the doors back off, because the inside the doors, the door jambs, and the inside the cab has to be painted. Then we will get on to the, the box. Now, I showed you the other day, we'll do a quick little update. Here's our 68 Chevelle. As you can see, I got the differential in there now. I got the coil springs in, I got the shocks in there. Brake hose is all connected up on there. It's all new bushings. It's a completely rebuilt differential. 12 bolt posi, 373s, I believe is what was in it. We got all our new e-brake cables put in place there. Isn't that right, Dave? There we go. And we're working on the front end here today. I got the control arms back on. Control arms are on. We've got all the new ball joints in. As you can see, I'm just ripping apart. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually ripping apart to get the spindle off here. I gotta unbolt all this crap, get all this shit out of here and get the spindle off, get the spindle cleaned up and painted up. And we've ordered a disc brake conversion kit. This car has got drum brakes. And being that it's a big block car, it'd be a lot safer with disc brakes, so we're gonna be putting the disc brake conversion kit on it. So that's where we're at with the frame on this one. Hopefully I'll get the spindles cleaned up today, get the coils put in there, and that'll be it till the disc brakes come in. And basically we're gonna have a rolling frame. It's all gonna be good. So that's it, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. My voice is wearing out again. I got to get the hell off YouTube. I got to quit talking. Anything that you want to say out there to the people out there, Dave, in YouTube land? You want to say goodbye or anything?
Oh, once again, thank you, all my fellow Americans and my Canadian viewing audience, for allowing me into your home via YouTube.
Doesn't he look good in that truck? I keep telling Dave he should get a truck like this. He should get a truck just like this. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay guys, so there you go. It's a Friday afternoon. We're going to get this work done so we can go drink beer. That's what we want to do. Isn't that right, Dave? Want to drink beer?
Yeah, root beer.
Dave drinks root beer. I'll drink his portion of his real beer. Anyway, okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. There's an update. There's some tips out there for you. And that's it. Okay, big thumbs up. See you later. Bye.